11 Plus, I am Tom Brannon. Thought I'd jump on here and provide you with an update in the weather world. There's some good news out there. An update from the Storms Prediction Center. The severe weather threat overall diminishing, especially that tornado threat, but still damaging wind gusts and hail is our primary concern moving forward for the rest of the night. We still have that weather impact alert, which is in effect now. We'll keep it through 8 o'clock Wednesday morning. Again, strong to severe thunderstorms. We've got strong thunderstorms out there. I'll share those with you on radar, and they will be potent, and they could produce some strong and damaging wind gusts and hail. Remember, before you go to bed tonight, to have a way to receive severe weather information, warnings, just in case, all right, and review your severe weather plan. Just reminders, it's September. And we're heading into that second severe weather season. We've had a break from, the spring stuff, and it got hot this summer, and we're still hot outside. A lot of fuel out there for thunderstorms to feed. I'll show you radar here in a moment. But let me walk you through the watches and warnings that we have. First of all, let's start with the watches. And we have a tornado watch that is in effect for the counties in yellow. And this watch is in effect until 10 o'clock tonight, although I firmly believe that at least northwest Arkansas and this northern row of counties, the severe weather threat has really greatly diminished. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect for southwest Arkansas, and we are seeing some warnings out here over the southwestern quadrant of the state, and that watch is in effect till 10 o'clock. We'll have to wait and see if those watches get extended to include central Arkansas. Notice the map is not nearly as busy as it was earlier tonight. We've got one severe thunderstorm warning. That is Scott County with the northeastern tip of Polk County and Montgomery County. That is the latest warning that we have for you till 8:45 tonight. The main hazards are 60+ mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. That's that warning. There are storms, though, in southeastern Oklahoma that may impact southwest Arkansas. There you go. Strongest storm in central Arkansas is behind an outflow boundary. It's moving into western White County, northern tip of Pulaski, impacting Faulkner County. We'll take you a little closer here in just a moment. We'll do it right now, as a matter of fact. And a really interesting feature, you can come back to me, Raj, if you don't mind. There's a thin band out in advance of this line of thunderstorms in western White County through northern Lonoke County near Cabot, moving through the National Weather Service through Little Rock and arcing over into northern Garland County. That outflow boundary, that says a lot to me. Yeah, there could be some more thunderstorm development, but the tornado risk for us really comes down. There's another boundary that is not as easy to see, but it is over here in Lonoke and Prairie counties. Strongest storm again through western White, eastern Faulkner, and it arcs down into southern Faulkner, touching the tip of Pulaski. And the cells that you see in Yell County, this is over near Danville. Danville's getting a good soaking right now. Scott County, Waldron, looks like the weather is a little stronger. At least the thunderstorm activity is a little more cantankerous, more severe. Live radar once again showing you the motion over the last hour or so, and these storms have picked up some forward progress as they move northwest to southeast. And again, I do want to mention that we still have a threat of severe weather, but the good news is Storms Prediction Center has dropped it off. The enhanced risk is gone, but we still see a good part of Arkansas with a slight risk. Northwest Arkansas, northern rows of counties, still could have a strong thunderstorm producing some hail, and that may be the reason why we have that there. But the risk still exists for central Arkansas, and the main concern is going to be those wind gusts in excess of 60+ quarter-sized hail. And the tornado threat is still there. It's not gone, and that is of concern. And that was really what prompted this weather impact alert as we began to see the tip of an area that could have a tornado. Thankfully, we have not had, knock on wood, any tornado warnings tonight. They've been primarily severe thunderstorm warnings. That's all they've been, severe thunderstorm warnings for the hail potential and the wind potential. But hey, folks, this is good news. That enhanced risk is gone. It was in northwest Arkansas. It just didn't pan out. And I'm happy to report that, if these things come to play, and all right, we issue these weather impact alerts. They're for the potential of something that's dangerous or disruptive, weather that can impact your day. Well, this could certainly impact you tonight. Still expecting some strong storms. That line is beginning to get closer to central Arkansas. So we still have the risk of a low risk of some damaging wind gusts and pockets of heavy rainfall. This could transition into being one of those nights where we have thunderstorms producing some heavy rain instead of the wind. And you know what? We need some rain. We probably don't want 5, 6, 7 inches of it at one time, but rain is certainly one of those things we could use statewide. Just looking at the Weather Service, see if they have anything update. Here are the flash flood watches and the warnings that we have. They are the counties that are in this purplish shade here. It's burgundy. Flood warnings, aerial flood warning, north. They've had a ton of rain up there. In fact, when I go back to, I'm going to go back to radar here in just a second. Nathan Scott's still here. He's doing some fine tuning and updating on a few things. And I will show you what we have in just a moment. I do want to show how much rain has been occurring. Let me get this update. It's a good thing we're on THV 11 Plus. Then we're live on THV 11 Plus, 8:05 tonight. For those of you that are storm weary, and that's why I'm hanging out here tonight. And Simone Thomas will be around as well. I see what he did. He just took the mention of that strong tornado off the page. All right, so let's back up a second. Or no, I'll tell you what. Let's go to the timing of everything. Because the severe weather threat really has ended. Everything and everyone north of this green line, severe weather threat over. Flooding is still possible up there until 10 o'clock for that green area through that white line. And then until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for central and southeast Arkansas. Our forecast models have indicated that this system is going to slow down as it reaches central Arkansas and could quite possibly become a flooding threat. This is what satellite radar composite looks like. You could actually push this frontal boundary a little farther to the east. And northwest Arkansas counties have been taken out of the tornado watch. That must have just happened. Wouldn't be surprised if more of these counties are removed as soon as this convection moves out of the way. So that is that. Let's take a look at the future radar. And this is going to update. We'll get what's called the 0Z update, and that's going to come along here shortly. But it's still indicating this. Here it is. It's 8:07. Storms are a little farther to the south, so the model is a little delayed. It's behind, and I'm okay with that. I'd rather have it move through sooner rather than later. But just progressing through the night, 10 o'clock, those storms really slow down and kind of train over the same areas, becoming a heavy rain threat. That's what the model is indicating right now. We're only as good as some of that model information that gets kicked out. So that's what the HRRR says. Severe weather threat should come to an end by tomorrow morning statewide. Let's go back. I'm going to take you back up to a radar site here, and let's see if they've updated that tornado watch. Surely they have. Maybe they haven't, but if they haven't, that's okay. I updated it for you. The northwestern part of the state, the severe weather threat has come to an end up there. That's fine. It's computer. It's processing. It's processing for me. Let's see if it updated. Yep, it updated. Fantastic. So the 4 northwesternmost counties have been taken out, but we still have this area of yellow over north central Arkansas. I'm not really that sure about that. I think it's been worked over. The rain and thunderstorm activity has really worked this over. We'll see in the next couple of hours. But Faulkner County, Cleburne, Van Buren, Stone, Perry, Yell, Pope, Searcy, and Newton counties within our viewing area still under the tornado watches. So with that in mind, I'm going to go back to radar. I want to pull up the rainfall totals that we have seen over the last 12 hours or so. There's the warnings. We have one in Arkansas right now, but let me pull up our rainfall amounts, which have just been just unbelievable in terms of the numbers. And here they come. I mean, look up northwest Arkansas. This is just incredible. And of course, our forecast models, long-range models, were indicating that this part of the state would get the heaviest amount of rain. But our European model was also kicking back that we would have a closed low that would set over the top of us, and that doesn't look like it's going to happen now. But we'll get a front through here. The front's helping to drop some rain, a lot of rain in a very short amount of time, and will help to usher in some cooler temperatures. You look at those brighter colors of the reds and the whites. Let me pinpoint a few areas that have picked up. Just west of Harrison, there's a bullseye there, and that's estimated to be close to 7 inches of rain. How about there in Madison County, about 6 inches of rain. And this is over the last 12 hours, 4 inches. Northern Pope County with thunderstorms tonight, a little over 3.5. Bright purple is indicating 4, so 5 inches of rain there. This has just been today over the last 12 hours. I'll tell you what, let's go to Mountain View, take you over to Marshall, near Jasper. Good rain. I mean, this has been a good soaking for some, probably a little more than what we would have wanted, But you know what? That sets us up for a nice fall. Now look, the rain has yet to occur in central Arkansas, but we've got a pretty good shot there up toward the Conway area. Let's go to Faulkner County near the Quitman Guy area, over to Logan County west of Paris, Magazine, 2.5 inches. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. All right, so looking at the latest from the National Weather Service. Yeah, here are the strong thunderstorms, or at least the storms that we have. The strongest one is Scott County extending into Montgomery County, Polk County. Again, this is more than likely the area that needs to be monitored over the next couple of hours as the line shifts to the east-southeast. We still have a chance of seeing a storm or two develop. There's our outflow boundary now through Cabot. It's through North Little Rock, through West Little Rock, and it extends into Saline County. That's that cool gush of air from these thunderstorms. When they mature and then they begin to collapse, it's going to send out this big cool gush of air like a mini cool front. Out ahead of that mini cool front, you could see some thunderstorm development, and even behind it. Now, when these outflow boundaries collide, that too could prompt more thunderstorms. But as you can see, we'll take you on a little tour here. We've got activity in northeast Arkansas, Wind, Forest City area, south of Harrisburg. Notice it's just strong thunderstorm activity. Let me turn the lightning on to prove that it's thunderstorm activity. Strong storms getting ready to approach the 167 corridor, or I-57, Ward BB up to Searcy, and even Bald Knob. Tail end of this thunderstorm area continues to show some advancement, at least in terms of growth, near Mayflower, getting some heavy rain, some thunder there. And you can see the lightning extends all the way down to the Saline County, so we're getting reports of thunder and lightning with these thunderstorms. In fact, Raj, if you want to, I've got a shot of our camera outside, and we're looking to the north-northwest. Let's see if we can pick up some lightning with this shot from the THV11 studios. This is from the Simmons Bank building tower. I did see some lightning just a second ago. And we'll just leave it up for a minute. Let me take it around for a tour here. But we have thunder out there. We know that those thunderstorms are getting a little closer to us. Let's see what we can find here. And this is looking more northwest, west-northwest. There's state capitol. Okay. Might get a flash of some lightning there. All in all, it's not as active of a radar as it was during the news hour. Things have settled down, and the reason why is we've lost daytime heating. That's a huge element. Also, we've lost some of the wind at the surface. Our breezes were south-southeast at about 10 to 15. The wind is backed off to about a 5-mile-per-hour breeze, so that too helps to diminish the overall threat for a tornado. But the wind threat within the thunderstorm exists. When these thunderstorms collapse and all of that air comes to the surface, it spreads out in the form of straight line winds. Still have a severe thunderstorm warning over in southern Scott County that's going to move into Montgomery County. That cell has a top of 47,000 feet, and the one that's to the southwest of it near Wicks, Arkansas, that has a top of 55,000 feet. So the storm tops, and if you want to, Raj, take Storm Track 11 or Weather PC. I'll show you what I'm talking about with these echo tops, and you'll be able to see where the strongest thunderstorms are located. This is the one near Wicks, actually north of Wicks, near Waldron. These storms are still maintaining south of Danville, but everything else here in central Arkansas is calmed down. Storms are still fairly potent over and north of Cabot tonight. That's your echo tops. In terms of spin, do we have any spin? Looking at velocity, rotation tool, other than some straight line winds, we're really just not seeing much. Although this storm, if you notice, it does look like it's got a little bit of a curvature here. It's supercell, but it's not picking up any wind that would cause concern, or at least any turning motion within that would cause concern. Let's go back to Max 1, sir. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer here, put this on a 1-hour loop, and show you the evolution of this outflow boundary. Just something that's really cool. And you can take it full if you want, Roger, but the outflow boundary, that gush of wind out in front of these collapsing thunderstorms, and you can clearly see it. It's lining up along 167. Look for the second one that is now riding parallel with I-40 between Lone Oak and Duval's Bluff. Now, where those two interact, where they come together, they could cause for more storms to develop. Nathan Scott is escaping the building, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan's leaving. Good night, Nathan. We'll see you. Good night. He's got a new cat at home. Sierra made an appearance on the show back in the spring. Maybe his new kitty cat will make an appearance sometime. So be looking for pictures of Lazarus. Lazarus, that's it, Lazarus. Calls him Laz. Okay, back to our weather at hand here at 8:15. I'm not going to prolong this very much longer. We'll kick off here around 8:25, 8:30, but just want to give you an update. Just wanted to make sure that you knew what was going on. This was a low-end risk of severe weather. An enhanced risk in September is really very rare, but we had it in Northwest Arkansas. Slight risk. It's the second severe weather season. We talk about fall being active, and when you got a frontal boundary that's this strong and you've got some upper level energy coming along with it, you're going to have the chance of severe. Once again, over my shoulder, you see those storms, and for those of you that are joining us tonight, if you happen to be tuning in, this is 67 167 or I-57. Crosby, Searcy, Garner, it's just a strong thunderstorm. Could have some wind gust with it. I'm going to see if we have any hail. Let me stop it. I'll check the hail tool. And if we do have hail, it's less than quarter in size. Yeah, just spotty. Maybe a few rocks falling from the sky there. Our live winds, let's see if we got some outflow with it. Live winds not really showing much. So I don't see any rotation. I don't see any cause for concern other than it's just a general thunderstorm that's producing some very heavy rainfall right now. And that's all that storm is going to do unless it decides to strengthen. It doesn't look like it's going to strengthen, but it is going to hold together. It extends into northern Pulaski County. Let's spend a little time on what's happening out over west central Arkansas. If you're watching or if you have family interest in Yell County, there's that severe thunderstorm warning. That box, you can see it's highlighted, and hopefully you can see it better at home with the yellow surrounding there. This is until 8:45 for Montgomery, Polk, Scott, and Yell counties. Just a little bit of Yell County, but mostly Scott and the northeastern quadrant of Montgomery County. This activity is moving to the east-southeast, and you can get a good idea of how strong this storm is, just how it's maintaining. Look how much lightning. There's a lot of lightning with it. I'll do the same thing. Let's check the hail tool. The hail tool that shows that we've got a little bit of an area there that's at the intersection of Highway 71 and 270 south of Waldron. So there could be maybe nickel or dime-sized hail. There is another storm on the border, and it's got a little hail core with it that's west-southwest of Polk County. National Weather Service may throw a warning on it if they feel necessary. Let's see what they are saying. And the National Weather Service currently talking with the SPC about issuing a new severe thunderstorm watch south of the current tornado watch. Now that would include central Arkansas, Little Rock area. They may transition that tornado watch to a severe thunderstorm watch. So we'll keep you up on that. That's enough to keep you up at night, right? Severe thunderstorm warnings. Threat for tornadoes has decreased significantly. The event is morphing into a wind/rain event. So that's good news there. Rolly Hoyt is walking in. Do you want to come be on my stream? You want to come be on the Tom Show and talk weather with me? Or do you have something else you got to do?
Have my mic? Have they brought my microphone up?
Yeah, your mic's up. Your collar's a little winky. I want you to look good now. Here. Come and be in here with me. What's going on, man?
Yeah, we're going to get some more information for you here in a little bit, but a lot of you on your phones probably got that Amber Alert a short time ago. So we are working on it. We're going to get you some pictures here to share while you continue to cover the storms out there tonight. That's what I was coming in here to do.
Well, I'm glad you popped in and said hi.
Here we go.
You stay in that newsroom. You never come in. You never visit.
Yeah, but you always have a lot of fun with all these things going on here. So much you keep an eye on.
Well, but it is important you mentioned that, the Amber Alert. Nathan and I were sitting back in the weather office and we heard that. We were thinking at first, well, there's a tornado warning, but no, those Amber Alerts are very similar in sound to tornado warnings.
All right, I'll let you get here. We'll get you some more details on this Amber Alert just in 1 second.
Rolly Hoyt, ladies and gentlemen. He does exist, and the man never goes home for dinner. Of course, he lives in Hot Springs. That would be a tough commute. So back to what's happening in your world right now, and it's a good thing we're on Plus. We can kind of hang out and talk about anything we want to talk about at this time. And right now, we're talking about the only warning, severe thunderstorm warning, that we have in Arkansas, and it's over in western Arkansas. Waldron, you're under that severe thunderstorm warning. Mount Ida, you got family in Mount Ida. I would imagine that this is going to be extended into include most, if not all, of Montgomery County. There you see that storm lining up from Yell County near Danville, south of Waldron, and you can see Mena getting some thunderstorm activity there. Excuse me, that is the strongest part of this line, aside from that cell that is moving into western White County. May have a little wind and maybe a couple of hailstones with that as well. It is currently 8:20. We'll cover this in another 5 minutes or so. If a watch is issued by the National Weather Service, it would be for a severe thunderstorm watch. And just to take you back up to the watches that we currently have, they're thinking about replacing or adding to where the tornado watch is. You've got the severe thunderstorm watch here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is extended, and it includes Pulaski, Lone Oak, Saline counties. This watch is supposed to expire at 10 o'clock tonight. It may very well be extended into the early morning hours tomorrow morning. We've got Simone Thomas coming in here after we do the 10 o'clock news. She's going to be mic'd up, and she'll be making sure that you're safe at home. She'll work through the overnight hours until the severe weather threat has come to an end. And it's just basically we're here to keep you safe. Make sure that you have everything reviewed, your severe weather safety, as well as make sure you've got your safe place ready to go. You know, I'm one of those, you clean out that safe place, get it all dusted up, cleaned up, and then when the severe weather season ends, everything goes back inside of it. Well, now you have to clean it out again just to make sure you're safe. Tornado threat has dropped off significantly. This becomes more of a wind and hail threat going forward. And I think the severe weather threat is going to be ending. The weather impact alert is going to be expiring tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So right now through 8 o'clock, we still have the potential for straight line winds of 60 plus miles per hour. Some hail, quarter sized in diameter. So stay alert tonight. Download the THV11 Plus app for more details. Rolling, if I need to get off and you need to take care of some things, let me know.
If you could give me a couple more seconds here.
He's getting some information. No problem. You let me know when you're ready, all right?
I am waiting to see whether or not we have images of these people that state police and other authorities are looking for tonight.
All right. No problem. Take your time. While you do that, I'll just... We'll continue our chat about the severe weather risk tonight. Again, you're working your way into the second severe weather season. Not typically September, although you will get a couple of bouts of severe weather. You really see that more toward the end of October, November, and December. You know, this was a slight risk of severe weather, just to kind of fill you in. Anytime we get to a risk of enhanced or above, yeah, we're gonna send out those weather impact alerts. The reason I decided to do this one this time is we have been out of practice, and this one did pose a tornado threat. Although it was a low threat for Little Rock, it was a little bit higher west-northwest and did include a few of our fringe counties. So this is good practice. This helps us keep it fresh. Helps you say, okay, we live in Arkansas. There's a better chance of us getting severe weather than not from the spring months, and also when you head down the road into the fall and winter months. So this just helps to keep you up to date. I know there's a lot of folks out there that are storm weary, that have anxiety, and I'm here to calm your fears. It's a good thing. We've got some strong thunderstorms outside, but the risk of severe weather has greatly diminished and is coming down. And they're talking about a strong thunderstorm impacting parts of Polk County. This is going to be through 9:15, so it's more than likely that area there that we see just to the west. Rolly, you let me know when you need to jump in, and I'll be happy to yield the microphone to you and let you take care of a little business if you need to.
Thank you, sir. Again, we are monitoring. I'm going to join you over here.
Yeah, just come on over. It's all right.
We are monitoring a Amber Alert put out by Arkansas State Police tonight, looking for a 2.5-year-old boy named Bryson Hutchison, missing out of England, Arkansas, Lone Oak County, believed to be with a non-custodial aunt. named Tikiona Hutchison. The two are the baby boy with curly black hair, black male, as about the size of a 2.5-year-old, about 36 and about a yard tall. Last seen this afternoon, 3 o'clock in England, Arkansas, wearing a light blue sleep set with the gray socks, and has a small birthmark on his back, according to this description here by state police. Tikiona, the aunt, has long braided orange hair, according to state police, different color from that image you see there on your screen now. Suspect vehicle described as a white passenger sedan, possibly Hyundai Sonata. They have images of that now out there available, and the vehicle has one of those what they call car bras or front end covers, so that would make it easily identifiable. If you see either of these two people, you're advised to call your local law enforcement or state police as soon as you can. Again, an Amber Alert out for a missing 2.5-year-old boy out of England, Arkansas. We had seen earlier notes that they perhaps were headed toward Hope, Arkansas. The alert that went out had a lot of these counties down here, which aren't in weather counties yet, on alerts, but this has gone out statewide. So if you have any information about this Amber Alert, tell your local authorities, and hopefully we get a quick resolution to that, and
let's hope so.
We see some of this dangerous weather go away too.
Yeah, like I said a moment ago, Nathan and I were watching a lot of these storms begin to come down a notch or two. The tornado threat has greatly diminished, especially in North Arkansas, so that's some good news. The Weather Service talking with Storms Prediction Center about this part of the state with a severe thunderstorm watch for wind and hail. In terms of the overall threat for tornadoes, really dropping off. Still there a little, but really has dropped off.
And I'm thinking now about our commute home, headed back to
here.
Maybe we're going to get wet.
You're going to get wet.
Not blown around a little bit.
Well, you've got an hour and a half. It just depends on how much back building occurs behind that line. This is the strongest part of the line, Yale County over to Polk County. Now, this is still pretty formidable, but this is the worst of it. And it's moving to the east, southeast very slowly. The one thing we're going to get out of this is some beneficial rain.
We'll take it.
Do you need some rain at your house?
We've had a couple of showers over the last couple of days, but definitely there's a lot of places who have been waiting for those hit or miss showers to come their way, and they've been missed a lot. So this is going to help a lot of people. What are we, about an hour away from feeling it here downtown?
Probably so, about an hour. It just depends. You've got the tail end of this building back toward the west behind the outflow boundary. The outflow boundary really helps to come in and cut off any inflow, so that diminishes the tornado threat, but you can still see some thunderstorm development out of it. I've noticed that the lightning has really come down. It's really concentrated here, and notice how it spreads out. That's a weakening storm. So good news there. We may just be dealing with some general thunderstorms.
And it's that time of year. We think of these as springtime things, but when you start to change the weather around, cold air, warm air gets there.
You know what? Change of season. Monday was the beginning of fall, and here we are Tuesday talking about severe weather. Right on cue there. We got about a minute and a half. I'm going to cut this at 8:30. Why don't you once again update us on the Amber Alert?
Yeah, again, there's an Amber Alert out in the state of Arkansas tonight, issued by state police, looking for a 2.5-year-old boy out of England, Arkansas, named Bryson Hutchison, believed to be traveling with a woman, a non-custodial aunt named Tikiona Hutchison. You see their pictures there again. The description of the aunt says she has different colored hair. You have an image there supplied by state police in that white sedan with a black car bra on the front end, and they have been missing since around 3 o'clock this afternoon in Lonoke County. The aunt has an address in North Little Rock, but area-wide, if you have any information about this little boy and that woman, you're advised to call your local law enforcement.
Okay, we'll update you tonight at 10 o'clock on the Amber Alert. We'll have another update at 10 tonight on the forecast, so be sure you join us, THV11, THV11 Plus. We'll be streaming then, and oh, by the way, with the 20 seconds I have remaining, the northern two Rosa counties severe weather threat has come to an end, but we could still have some flash flooding there. So that'll be something we talk a little bit more about at 10 o'clock tonight. Okay?
Thank you for joining us.
Y'all have a good one. We'll see you tonight at 10.